End of an era. Tim Cook out of here, resigning as of September 1st from Apple. Hey, a great run, but now out with the old and with the new. John Ternus step up as the new CEO comes September 2nd of 2026. We're going to show you guys, A, how much of an opportunity Tim Cook dropped. He dropped the ball because he was not forward looking. And two, what we should expect from John Ternus and how the stock is going to go up and away. Hopefully, at least. Before we get started, as always, like, subscribe, and share to our channel. Almost 15,000 followers, y'all. Let's go. But on these social media airways, I'm just giving information. But in real life, I am a certified financial planner. We're blessed to help thousands of people worldwide making passive profits where they make money in their sleep, not in their feet, or invest in their money, or set up the business, or create a trust will to power attorney. Anyways, today we're going to talk about the shift from the old to the new and how your portfolio might go up if we do this one move. Y'all ready? Let go.
And you just wanna get paid, tired of making no money mistakes. Make a payment on your bills and you still late, yeah. Pay for profits to help you seek change, and you just wanna get paid, yeah. Tired of making no money mistakes. Make a payment on your bills and you still late, pay for profits to help you seek change, yeah. Cut the show and just listen. You wanna feel empowered by making money decisions. Residual by the hours can get you a better living. Been check to check, you knowing it could be different.
Well, my friends, 15 years down, that's a long time to be CEO, right? And Tim Cook was CEO for 15 years, but the past 5 years, just did not get it right. And this is why leadership is so important. For the past year and a half, it's been rumblings that Apple was going to make a change because, let's be honest, the stock ain't stocking. Look at the screen. Now, yes, it looks like Apple stock has done good. And yeah, it's done good. I mean, it's beating the market, right? It's supposed to beat the market. It's Apple, right? It's one of those, stocks that you buy and don't think about. And we have our ups and downs along the way, but up like crazy. The past 5 years, up 107%. So beating the market over the same time frame with the NASDAQ at least up by 92%. So it's done better than the market. However, though, when it comes to its competitors, when it comes to tech, when it comes to leadership, when it comes to innovation and looking in the future, it has missed the mark. And here's why. Well, the first reason is because of Netflix. Now, yes, Netflix down crazy, right? Because literally a few months ago, it was at 124. So it's down by 30%. And if you think about that 30% swing with compounding interest, it would have been up way more than Apple. But why has this been a problem? Is it just me? Or is that you're working hard, but you're not seeing the financial results that you want? We're clocking in, we're clocking out, we have the income, we're making the money, but our wealth is not growing like we want it to. Well, my friends, it's not your fault. You know why? Because we're never taught how money works. We're taught how to spend it, but we're not taught how to leverage the money that we're making right now to build wealth. Now, wealth, it comes in all different shapes and sizes. The question is, how much wealth do you want for you and your family? But the best part about it is help us on the way. Join us during our 5-day mentorship where you learn how to structure your money, reduce your tax liability, increase your net worth, and build wealth. We'll show you how to go from a wealth builder to a wealth strategist to a wealth creator and leaving that long-lasting legacy to your family. Click the link below and join us on our 5-day mentorship where we'll help you accelerate your wealth. Now back to the episode. Well, they had this thing called Apple TV. This thing right here, see this Apple TV? This should have made Apple billions upon trillions of dollars. What Netflix do? They took advantage of it. You see, the streaming wars have happened and Apple TV was the first to start. This has been out for a long time. Fire Stick came along, Netflix, and Netflix has been King Kong. Netflix has boxing. The biggest boxing event ever last year, Canelo versus Crawford. Netflix has NFL playoff games. Amazon has NFL playoff games. And because of this, because of technology, they did not take advantage of it. The new CEO coming in, John Ternus, he was like, you know what? We need to take advantage of this hardware, turn it to software, and grow technology-wise. The old CEO, Tim Cook, finances, Let's concentrate in what's going on with China and these contracts and manufacturing and get the numbers down. John is like, hey, this is the future. This is going to make us way more money than kind of looking from a financial standpoint. Let's stop these spreadsheet looking. Let's start using technology and hardware to take off. Tim Cook, not so much. So because of that, they didn't grow. Netflix, in my opinion, would not be up as much as it is if this Apple TV, would have been a hit and a hit successfully done by Apple, but they dropped the ball. But it gets worse. Number 2, Tesla. Yeah, I have a Tesla, so but it came a time where they was going to get into electric cars. And these electric cars were supposed to be the future. They were supposed to rival, and actually they talked about partnering with Tesla. And then not partner with Tesla and doing it themselves. Did that happen? No. Millions of dollars gone. Egg on their face gone. And perception is reality. And that perception showed cracks in the foundation of Apple. You see, if they released that electric car when they were supposed to, things would be changing, right? You think about first the market, that's Tesla. But do people really like Tesla right now? Do they like Elon Musk? Not being political, we all know the answer to that. So if we had another American car company that did the same thing as Tesla, but we like it more, that could have been Apple. And another competitive advantage Apple has that they can't take advantage of is the data. Me being Apple everything, I have an Apple iPhone. My wife has an Apple Watch. We have MacBooks. I'm right now on my MacBook, right? All that data now can be infused in the car, and data equals dollars. Because they sell that information to third parties, right? They dropped the ball. So the car was not because of growth in the car industry. Well, a little bit, but it was more about the data. They could be where Tesla is today. They could get all the backlash that Elon Musk and Tesla got over the past 12 months because of his political aspirations. But they dropped the ball. Billions of trillions of dollars of market share out the system because Tim Cook was thinking about spreadsheets and financial stuff and not being an innovator like Steve Jobs. Are you like the 83% of Americans who want to get a trust, who want to get a will, want to get a power of attorney, but you don't have one? Well, you are not alone because 22% of Americans have one. That means 1 out of every 4 families have a trust, a will, and a power of attorney. Which bracket are you in? 1 out of 4 or 3 out of 4? It's okay because we have the Relax Estate, a fully automated AI platform that allows you to create a trust, a will, and a power of attorney all at the fingertips. And if you are an insurance agent, tax professional, financial advisor, notary, or in any business profession, you can even white label this to your clients. You grow your business, you help your clients, everybody wins. Visit our website, www.therelaxestate.com. Right here, therelaxestate.com, and you can create a trust for your family, or if you're a business owner, want to use it to scale your business and help your clients, you can do that as well. Now back to this wonderful episode. But then number 3, which in my opinion is the kicker. Look at the screen here, my friends. This is Nvidia, up by 1,200% the past 5 years. Stock of the decade. Apple up by 100. 10x Apple. Why does this matter? You know that Apple had the ability years ago to get into the chip business. They had the ability to maybe do partnership with Nvidia. But just imagine all the Apple products we have, the computers, the TVs, iPhones, the iPads, the glasses that they had, that's been a huge whiff as well. Just think if all that was powered by Apple chips. Just think if they would have been able to have some competition against Nvidia. So Nvidia wouldn't be able to create, manufacture, sell their chips, and then have the software behind it as well. You think of the ecosystem that we have with Apple today. What if that ecosystem included chips as well? How much money did they leave on the table by not getting into chips? You see, these blunders have been hidden externally because the stock was still doing good. It has beat the market. Past 5 years, NASDAQ up by 92%, Apple up by 100%. So it still outperformed the market. But for people internally, the board, the decision makers, they was fed up with Tim Cook. And slowly but surely, you saw individuals wavering, saying, you know what? 15 years is a long time. It's time to step away, Tim Cook. And as more people said that, slowly but surely, the rumblings came, and then that shove started to happen. And then that golden parachute happens where he jumps off. Not the cliff, but he jumps and have that golden parachute because we know Tim Cook is fine. He'll be okay. He could pay bills. Will he work somewhere else? Probably not, but he's okay. This goes to show, though, why it's very important to look into the future. The future is not about spreadsheets, pie charts, graphs, Monte Carlo analysis. That helps, but no. The future is innovation. Technology doubles every 6 months. Apple, so far from that. How is it that Google, Samsung makes flip phones, not once but twice? Flip phones, 10 years ago? And now again last year? Where's your flip phone at, Apple? Why is it that their camera is so much better? What are we doing, Apple? Apple, again, dropping the ball. Because they looked at things from a CEO standpoint, balance sheets. How can we get these better trade deals with India and with China? Not how do we innovate? How do we get the youth? How do we make sure that people are using our products in the full ecosystem? The rollout with their headset last year, horrible. I did the headset. The headset was pretty cool. I was this close to buying it. But something said, nah. But if they had more in their ecosystem, you think if I could maybe do a test drive in their Apple car, because I have a Tesla, I would say, you know what? I got the Apple car ready. You give me some type of rebate, I'll do it, right? So many people said, yeah, to Apple products. You actually have more people today going from Apple than Google ever before. Now think about that. We all know the infrastructure and the ecosystem that Apple has. MacBooks talks to each other, iPads, iPhones, the glasses if you have them, the watch. It all talks to each other. Google, not there yet. And also another competitive advantage, you can do the Google ecosystem on your iPhone and on your Mac. We use Google Drive, right? We use Google. You can't do that with Google and iOS, though. Join us in our school community as we have modules, classes, courses to go from a taxpayer to a wealth builder. How to use our cliff, dip, bear strategy to do better with your investments. How to acquire businesses and how to use your retirement plan to grow and not pay taxes. What? I can have a retirement plan grow and not pay taxes? Yes, your IRA or even your 401k at your employer. This and other things we focus on in our school community, the Relax Investor. And guess what? You get 7 days, free access, and you get our weekly coaching calls every Wednesday. You and hundreds of people ask questions to 6, 7, 8, and even 9-figure business owners that tell you how they created their business, how they run their business, and how their finances is as smooth as it can be. So click the link below and join us in our Relax Investor Academy to help you scale your finances. So they have a competitive advantage, but they still dropped the ball. If you're a CEO, you want to be forward-looking. Innovation, technology, that wins the race. Not spreadsheets, not deals, not negotiations. You need to be innovative. Do what the consumers want. The consumers for years said we got to get better phones. iPhone 14, 15, 16, 17, 11, 12, 13, 14. What's different? Damn near the same phone, just a bigger camera. Come on now. No innovation. The consumers were saying that, and Tim Cook didn't listen. And that's why today, Tim Cook's out the door. But one man's trash, another man's treasure. Because of the underperformance compared to Nvidia, right? Nvidia 10x, Nvidia up over 1,000%, Apple up over 100% the past 5 years. My friends, opportunity. If the new CEO, John Ternus, does a little bit better over the next 5 years and pushes up revenue by another 20%, then that means possibility, instead of making 100% next year in 5 years. Now, not recommending Apple, and past performance does not guarantee future results. But theoretically speaking, with another 20% gain of revenue because of some of the things that John wants to do from a technology standpoint, that might go from 100% return to 200% return ROI. Might go from 200 to 300. We don't know. But a new set of eyes, a new set of priorities, and a person thinking forward from a technology standpoint, not backwards from a spreadsheet standpoint, is going to run the race. And the race right now is technology. And Apple, not off to a head start, but they're coming along. And you, my friends, want to make sure that they don't lap your portfolio. So a little bit of Apple, take a bite out of an apple a day, keeps the doctor away, might be something you might want to look at. But y'all let us know what y'all think. Apple for the win, Apple not for the win. Is it other tech companies that we think is going to outperform Apple? Let us know. As always, like, subscribe, share it to our channel. Love is love. And you know what? Let's make some painful profits together, y'all. Peace.